Brim, right? So Brim is basically, you know, so it's for high volume, or data. If there is some high volume activity needs to be performed, so in that case, we use this module, which is Brim. So in Brim, like we have different components in Brim. Okay, so Brim is, as you can see, it says billing for high volume industries. Okay, and we will see the components which I have shown you earlier also. So it has mainly four components, which starts with SOM. So I will just give you a brief idea like SOM. So it's basically starts with subscription order management. Okay, it's basically a kind of CRM tool, we can say, wherein it manages the product cycle and the business partner details, and it captures.
You saying sorry if I interrupt you because in my work I already know this flow because I have done a lot of pre-sales and functional analysis. So what I need is to go to customizing to understand how to do in the system.
Okay, no problem. So let's directly jump to the system. Then if you
Yes,
are well
thanks.
versed with the components which are, so let's go to the system. Then we'll start with the configuration. Okay, so we will do the FI configuration first, and once we are done with the FI configuration, then we will move ahead with the contract account configuration. We will create the partners, we will create the master data, and we'll start with the postings and the configurations and the transactions and the customizing. Okay,
Okay.
so let's go to the SPR screen then. So are you well versed with these screens, or
Yes, I sometimes I have gone to customizing. Yes.
no? I'm
Um,
saying that are you well versed with the screen, that the screen which I'm showing? Are you
Sorry,
well versed with this?
can you repeat? I don't understand. Sorry, I am. No, I don't understand.
No, are you familiar with the screen? Like, this screen, are you seeing the first time, or are you
No,
well
no,
versed?
I am a little familiar, but I have done more PowerPoint. So now I am going to hands-on system, but yeah, I am not so familiar, no, not so much.
Okay, no problem. So, you know what is SAP in general? If I ask you what is SAP, do you know anything about SAP software?
Yes, I know that SAP it is an ERP, and I know that now there is S/4HANA, and that Brim is a suite inside S/4HANA. Yes,
And before S4HANA, how it is started?
hybrid
What all
billing,
versions was?
I think.
No, no, hybrid billing is it's a Brim. It's a module that we are learning Brim. Okay, that is for hybrid billing, high volume data billing. That is Brim. But
Mhm.
what is SAP? First of all, we have to understand what is SAP, because we are learning this SAP, right?
Yes.
SAP is the software. Okay, so SAP is stands for System Application and Products in Data Processing. Okay,
Okay.
okay, and in SAP, let me just also show you a few notes which are there, which I have mentioned. Uh, Okay, first of all, the SAP stands for System Application and Production Data Processing. Okay, now in SAP, let me just tell you first. Just let me give you a brief introduction because I think you are not well versed with SAP because it's important to know the application that you are learning, right?
Okay.
Okay. So basically, it's an ERP software. Okay. There are different types of ERP which are available in the market, right? So when the what do you call SAP started, it was started by four friends, and they started SAP way back in, I don't exactly remember the year, but they started with the R3 system. Okay. Now what is R3? R3 is basically, what one is the presentation layer, one is the application layer, and one is the database layer. Okay. It's basically a kind of, you can see a system application, landscape. Okay. So
Mhm.
it started with the presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. So when this SAP they started, so slowly and gradually it started, and started with R3 system. Then they came up with ECC, and ECC, like different EHP versions, like EHP 6, EHP 7, EHP 8. Then they came up with HANA.
Mhm.
They came up with S for HANA. So when they were using, like R3 or ECC, until then they were using a database. Let's suppose that database was not SAP owned database. That was owned by some other company's database, as in like Oracle. Okay,
Mhm.
or some other third party database they used to use. But when they came up with HANA, they have their own HANA database. Okay, so this is basically, it's a advanced, high performance, system, you can say. So in HANA, after HANA, they also came up with, like Fury application. It's a web-based application wherein, like these systems they used to run on GUI, and GUI stands for graphical user interface. Okay, so GUI, graphical user interface. Now the system that you can see, right, this SAP system, this is basically a GUI screen. Okay, it says, you can see here, it says SAP GUI options. So
Mhm.
this is basically a graphical user interface. Okay, most of the companies they are still working on GUI. Now GUI, or you can say the Fury. Okay, either some companies might be working on GUI, or they might be working on the Fury application. Fury is basically a web-based application. Okay, web-based application. Okay, now when they come up with HANA, now the HANA, it has their own database, SAP's own database. Now they no more own any other company's database. It's SAP's own database. Okay,
Mhm.
and when now the SAP has their own database, like in SAP they have either private cloud, or they have public cloud. So you might when you would be working on SAP, you might come up with these words like private cloud, public cloud, GUI, ECC, S4HANA, Fury. Okay, you might come up with these terms. Okay,
Mhm.
that is why it is always important to understand. You must be knowing what is these terms so that it would be easy for you to understand what actually the system is all about. Now in SAP, uh, you must be knowing TR, right? You know what is TR?
Transport request.
Transport request. Do you know what is the T code for the transport request?
I think 6 CE09.
No, no, it's SE09 or
SE09, yes.
SE09 or SE10. Okay. So what is a transport request? Can you tell me what is transport request? What is a transport request?
I have done, but not directly. I have seen my colleagues when they have to save something that they do in the sandbox in order after to transport to quality and production.
No,
It
no.
can be.
What is it? What is a TR? I just want to understand in simple layman language. If you tell me what is a TR, what is a transport request?
It's a container where the changes are contained in order to be transported to the system, quality system.
Okay. Now, when you say system, so I want to tell you that we have basically three type of system. Okay. So what all the three type of system we have? Okay. We have this system. So I will tell you transport request, but before that, as you have said system, so let me just come up with the system first. Okay, this three system, then we have a sandbox also.
Okay.
Four we are going to discuss this four thing. Now, before we go ahead with this four system, we also have to understand a concept called functional consultant and technical consultant. Okay. Now, what is we will come up with this and this. But before that, I just want you to help me understand what is a functional consultant and who is a technical consultant.
The functional for the business requirements, so they create the creation of the functional analysis and the support for the user acceptance test, the creation of the test book, etc. So the relationship with the client. Instead, the technical consultant is to support the functional with the coding and with the custom. But the customizing, if I have understood, is something that must be done by functional. Is correct?
No, no. So tell me, you are a functional consultant or a technical consultant?
I would like to be a functional because, but I don't know customizing. So I have done the Word, document Word, PowerPoint, Excel, but after that I create the functional analysis and the client approve. After I don't know how to configure the customizing.
Okay. See, I will tell you. So there are two types of consultants. One is functional consultant, one is technical consultant.
Okay,
Who
thanks.
all can be a functional consultant, like any FI consultant, like any finance consultant, FI, okay,
Mhm.
SEO consultant, controlling, any SD consultant, sales and distribution, any PP consultant, production planning, Any consultant is a material management, any QM consultant, okay, any WM consultant, okay. So there are many different types of consultants who can be termed as a functional consultant. Whereas if you talk about technical consultant, technical consultant are like a web consultant.
Mhm.
Okay, these are the technical consultants. Okay. Now, what a technical consultant does some coding. Okay. If you see, like the if you, let's suppose if you want to develop something, you would give him a logic, you will give him a process flow, you will give the uh, fields from where they would pick the data, and they will map accordingly, and they will create a report or any custom T code. Okay,
Mhm.
so SAP already has few standards T code. Now we come up with the standard T code. T code stands for transaction codes. Okay, so when I say T codes, so T code means transaction codes. Transaction codes. Okay. Now, what is transaction code? Let's suppose if you are performing any activity, let's suppose if there is a vendor invoice or a customer invoice, okay, you need to book. So for that, you need to have a page wherein you can fill all the details. You can enter your document entry. So to perform that activity in a particular page, SAP has few T codes for both as a functional side and technical side, so that you can perform those activities in those pages. So there are standard T codes, standard T codes as like the SAP standard. There are multiple T codes which are standard T codes, and there are customized T code. Customized T code. So standard T code are those which are already there, that has been uh, designed by the what do you call the by SAP. And customized T codes are those which can either be starts with Z, or it can start with Y. Okay. Let's suppose there is a T code which is FB60. Okay. Okay. So if you want to do some customizing in this particular T code, you can simply have a T code which can start with ZFB60, or you can have a T code, let's suppose Z anything like A, B, C, 001. So any custom T code has to start with R, Z, or Y. Then that T code we call it customized, custom T code. Okay. We will see in our upcoming sessions what is custom T code and what all activities can be done in a custom T code, and also the standard T codes. Okay. Now let's come to the TR. So we can either create our own TR. Okay, TR means a transport request. It can be either customized TR or a workbench TR. Customized TR is the one that is being used by the functional consultant. Workbench TR are those that are being used by the technical consultant. Okay. I suppose any ABAP consultant have to perform anything in SAP, Then he will create a workbench tier. Similarly, if any functional consultant need to do any customization or any configuration, he has to perform his activity. Has to create a tier under customized tier. We'll see that in the SAP, as in like how these tiers are created and how can we move the tier from one system to another system. Now let's come up with the system landscape. Okay, so we have development system, we have quality system, we have production system, we have sandbox. So sandbox is nothing but a dummy system, we can say, where you can practice, you can test all the T codes or all the activities. Okay, in real time you would see only these three system, wherein like a development system, a quality system, and a production system. What is a development system? A development system is a system wherein you develop something. Okay, you do any configuration, you do any customizing, you do any activity that is done in the development system. In development system itself, you have different clients. So let's suppose here in this system we have a client. You can see this is SAP login page. Okay, first of all I'm just trying to change the what you call the layout, like the layout which is there, I just want to change that layout, because the layout which is there, I just want to change it. So for that you simply go to this option, you just go options, and you would see this screen, and go to visual designs, you will go to themes, and then the theme which is now it's a quartz theme, we'll go to change it with the SAP signature theme, and we'll simply click. If you want to change the, I will show you few features of it as well. So I'm just changing the theme now. I'm changing it to SAP signature theme. Simply apply and click on OK. Now if I click on here, you see this change, it will change. Okay,
Mm.
it is changed now. Okay. So what I was
Okay.
talking about is the client. This is what we call client. So there can be different clients. Okay, you can have, for development you can have a different client. Let's suppose here if I say development, you can have a client 100. Then in development also all you know this can be for functional consultant 100. Let's suppose functional is using 100 and web consultant is using 110. And then you can have unit testing client which is 120. Okay, so whatever developments which you have done, you can test it here. Once it is tested, you can move the TR, you could create a TR, a transport request is created. That TR you would move from here to quality system. Now quality system can be, let's suppose, 200. Okay, and this in quality system you will do the testing, and then let's suppose here is the 300 is for the production, and sandbox, let's suppose you have 500. So what are these numbers? These are called clients. Okay, clients. Now these clients, if I log in to the system, uh, password. Okay, what is the
But
password?
I have also access to the system. After, can I have please the credentials?
Sorry,
Can I have please the credentials to the system after so I can exercise?
you must be having the credentials, right? Have you not got the credentials?
I'll be sharing with you. I'll be sharing with you.
Okay, thanks.
Was there, I think. Okay, this is the credential. So I've got it here. Okay, so this is how you log in. You will enter your user ID and password and you will log into the system. If you go to this SSC4, okay, you can see these many clients are there. Okay, so now we are
Okay.
here working on a client called 100. Okay, so this is the client and the details of this client. Okay, similarly, when I was saying the TR SE09, okay, if you enter, it will end up with the username. Okay, whosoever is the user. Now here you can see it says customizing request and workbench request. Now when a functional consultant is you creating a TR, you will be using the customizing request. When a technical consultant is using, he will be using the workbench request. You want to see if there is any TR created already under S for FICA, you just go display. See there are few TRs which are there. Okay, but when we would create, we'll do some activity, then we'll have our own TR. Okay, either you can create a TR here. Okay, you just go to this option and you just click on create. Whether you want to create a customizing request or workbench request, you simply click on that. Just click on create. Let's suppose you are doing any uh, like yeah, just simply write this name and just click on create. Okay, now it is created.
Can
This
I see again? Sorry, can I see again?
uh,
Okay.
so okay.
You created so
This
the empty the white the white paper, and after you see there what you have created before.
okay.
Okay.
So see here, you go to this screen SE09 or SE10. Okay, then you here you get this option create. You click on this create. You get these two options, either customizing request or a workbench request. As it's for consultant, functional consultant, it's customizing request always. So you click on customizing
Yes.
request. You click on OK, copy. Here you give a description and you simply save it. Okay. So what it would help anytime if you do any configuration, it will ask for a transport request number in which you want to save your TR, save
Mm-hmm.
your changes. Let's suppose, for example, you know what is this bar? This is box. It's called. It's a command box. Okay,
Ah,
here
okay.
T code. Let's suppose I've just given a T code, which is any T code. Let's suppose just for your knowledge. Okay, so here if I'm going, and let's suppose if I create something, just let's go to new, anything, 1 2 3 4 5, okay, ABC private limited, sorry, ABC private limited. Okay, then you click on copy, just save it, street 1 2 3 4, PO box it is. Okay, now once you fill these details, okay, as I said, like you use any trans T code here in the command box, it will end up with in front of you a page. And this is how all the activities are performed in SAP. You will know the T code, transaction code. Just need to enter those in the command box, and it will open up a page for you.
Okay, the slash n and the slash o. No?
Sorry, you say something.
I didn't, sorry, did you ask me something? Because you don't understand. You asked how to switch the box, no? How
Yeah,
to?
I'm saying that here in the command box, you enter a number, a T code. Okay.
Yes.
Example, these T code. Okay.
Mm.
Once you enter this T code, it will open up a page. You need to fill all the details. And this is how the activities are performed in SAP. Okay.
Okay.
Now you enter all the details. It means it is a company details which I have filled. In real time also, you will get the details of a company. Then let's suppose a company code. Okay. Then invoice posting or any collections, dunnings, whatever you do with the help of the T code. Or if you know the path, you will come up with the path, and you can execute that transaction with the help of the path. Now what I was saying is the use of the transaction code and the use of the transport request. Now when you enter the transport, the T code, transaction code, it will open up a page, and here you can enter all the details. And now when you click on save, okay, when you click on save, okay, it will ask you for a transport request. Now here, if you want, you can create your own transport request, a new transport request here itself. You can simply go to create new. Okay, it will again open a new page. Okay, if you remember in our previous screen I showed you, when you go to SE09 and when you click on create, it also gives you the same page, right? Remember or you don't remember?
I remember this page that you have explained to me before, and I have done in the project, but only one time to create the first one, and after I have only saved it.
That's what I'm saying. So just my idea is to make you understand that this screen you have seen before also, right? 5-10 minutes back, I showed you this screen in another T code SE09, okay, or SE10.
Okay.
You can create your own transport request. Now, why I'm saying this? Because if you have already created a transport request, you don't need to create a new transport request from here. What you can do, you can create You can save these details in your own transport request. Now, where is your own transport request? This is the one, right? The one which we created, right? This is the one which we created. Remember, we created this one.
Yes, yes.
Now, what we will do, we will click this. We will click on this. It will come up there. See, it is coming here. FICA implementation project, right?
Mhm.
When you click on
And
that, it will automatically come up here. It means whatever details which you have filled right now in this transaction code, that will get saved in this transport request. Okay. Now we will click on continue. It means we have saved this detail in our own transport request. Now what?
yes, a question, sorry, a question. But when you, so the transport request is also when you create a new record. It's not when you do the customization, but also when you create a new record.
Sorry,
Because
I think
because you have created a new company code, so you have done customizing.
correct, correct.
It's because you have used the transaction, but you can also go to Pro and do by there and do directly there. Okay.
Okay, got it. See,
I am
now we have created a customizing task, right?
because you created the company code that is a task of the customizing.
Correct. Understood now?
Yes, can I see also the company code in the customizing tree,
I will
please?
I will show you. I will show you. First of all, my idea is to make you understand the concept, right?
Okay.
So this you understand, right? How the transaction is happening, right? How TR are getting saved. Now, once the TR is saved here, what actually it I will show you. Okay, that screen SPRO screen. But before that, I just want to explain you something. Okay, now the TR is here. Okay, now
Mhm.
whatever activity you have done, you can test it in different client. As in, I have done the configuration here in 100. I will test it here in 120 client. Okay. Now, once we are done with the development, we are done with the customizing, we are done with the configuration in development system. What are we doing? We are moving the changes from development system to the quality system. How it is
Mhm.
done? We release the transport from here. We export it from here. We import it here in the quality.
Mhm.
We don't do it. We would simply release it. That import we can do, but that is done by a different consultant. That is done by a basis consultant. Basis consultant. Yeah, basis consultant does that. We will release the TR and basis consultant will import the TR to quality system. Now, once the quality system they import it, we will go to now we will not do anything in these clients. We leave these clients. We do no longer require these clients. Now we will go to client 200 because the company which we have created is no longer here in the development system because we have imported it here and it will move the changes to the quality system. Now we will go to client 200. We will enter our user ID and password. We will check the changes that are happening here or not. Once we check all changes that we have configurations which we have done, customizing we have done, is working fine, then we will again release it from here and the basis concept imported to the production system. Now production system is the live system. We don't do any changes here. We don't do any, apart from master data creation, we don't do any configuration here or development here. Whatever development needs to be done, it is to be done in the development system. Once the development is done, it is moved so the TR, the changes are moved to the quality system, then from the quality system to the production system, and in the production system, a live activity is performed. Understood so far?
Yes, and the transport is done by basis team, is correct. So you have only to create the transport request and communicate to the basis consultant.
Correct.
And
Basis
the
consultant.
basis consultant will click on the car. There is a camion, a car. No, if you come back, please, to the screen of SAP.
Give me 1 minute, huh?
Okay.
Just give me 1 minute. Just trying the screen. Let's take this one.
Ah, yes, thanks. Yes.
From here.
Can I have also this documentation, this Excel?
I will share. No problem.
Thanks.
Okay. Just for a simple understanding. Okay. So this is how from development to quality, quality to production. Okay. Sandbox is a different thing, different story altogether. It's a testing environment. You can do the testing here. Okay. Okay. What you were saying?
There is the red camion, the red car. Near the page, there is a red, how can I say in English? Camion. Don't know if you.
Which one? Sorry.
I will check with translator, sorry. I will check translator. Traduttore, camion.
Tell me. I will explain
Ah,
you.
the
Tell me.
truck, the truck. There is a truck.
Yes. Here. Okay.
It
Okay.
is to
Now,
transport the stuff.
release. See here. Here it says release. Okay. You just click this. You click this.
But I have to do or will do the basis
You
team?
you do. See here it says tick mark. So it's a
Yes.
main tier and the sub tier. Okay. You release the tier. Okay. Also, you just release this tier. Okay. So once you release this tier from here, the basis team will import this tier to the quality system. Okay. Now,
Okay.
now, what I was trying to show you was the SPRO screen. Okay. So most of the consultants would work in this screen only, SPRO screen. Okay. Now here, if you go, there are different modules which are there. Their ABAP modules are there. Functional FI modules are there. Their plant material management is there. SD is there. Sales and distribution. Okay. Production planning is there. Other many modules, PA, payroll, HRMS, many other modules are there. But we would only work on our area, whatever
Yes.
is required for us.
Financial accounting and contract accounting and payable.
Right. So here we need this contract account, receivable and payable. Okay. We would work on these. You can come through this path either, or you can also come up with like
EMG.
IMG.
IMG.
Okay. So we will work on this FICA IMG, or you could come up here with this path. Okay.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
here you go. So you want to see a particular transaction code. For example, if I go to enterprise structure, I go to definition, I go to financial accounting. This is we done, right? We do
Ah, okay.
define company. What was the T
Yeah.
code?
OX.
OX15.
So it is a shortcut that we have used.
That is the shortcut, and that is also the transaction code you need to remember. If you don't remember, you can come through this path. you can either come to this path or you go to this information, additional information, display keys, IMG activity.
And what is this? And what
Now,
is this?
this last 4 digit, you see OX15.
Ah, yeah. Ah, it's a trick.
Yeah, this is the trick. Most of the people, they will not tell you this trick because
No.
these are
Ah,
very
okay.
basic things that needs to know. But many people, they don't know. Actually, like there are many consultant who has worked for many years, but they don't know. So these
Ah,
are few basic things that you have to know because
yes.
this would help you. Also, one more trick that I would tell you, that suppose you don't know the path, don't know the path. What you would do, you would go to a transaction code called search underscore SAP underscore menu. You can note down these keywords, okay?
Mhm.
OX15. Or
And
what
what
this
is this? Transaction code?
okay, what I'm trying to show you is before I make you understand this, I want to make you understand something first. Okay. Now I showed you this screen. Okay. This
Mhm.
is SPRO screen. What you call SPRO. Okay.
Mhm.
SPRO screen, you can say SPRO. Okay. This is basically used by the consultants for customizing. Okay. For configuration. Now the end user, there is an end user, right? You know who is an end user?
Yes, then the user is the user that will test the system, that gives me the requirements and will accept the user acceptance test. It's the client.
It's a client, you can say, or you can say it is the user who will perform all the transactions. We will give them unlimited access. With that transaction, they will perform their entries on a regular basis. Okay. Now, for consultant, this is the screen. What is the screen for the user?
The easy
This is
access menu, the SAP easy access.
okay. This is the screen. Okay. Now, let's suppose you don't know the path. You forgot some T code. You don't know the path. Okay.
Mhm.
How to come to this transaction code? How can you perform this? Okay. Now you have to go to document entry. How can you perform this?
Yes,
Okay.
you have to go to okay.
Tell me. I'm just asking you. You just tell me. I'm just checking something. Tell me, how can you do that? How can you go to that path? Let's suppose you want to come to this, enter GL account document or enter park document. Okay.
Mhm.
Come to this, but you don't know. You only know the transaction code. How can you come to that path?
I have to find a trick in order to see transaction code near to the name.
Yeah. So how can you do that?
I don't know. Ah, in this way, okay. But can I see also in the menu, in the tree, for all, if I change the
Yeah.
settings?
Yes. Yes. It is there. It is there. I'm just seeing this. because you can see all the transaction codes here next to the entries.
Yes.
Okay.
And how is possible to do it?
I will tell you. I will tell you. Just give me 1 minute. It is here itself. System.
Probably utilities forse, non lo so. No.
Yeah, here. Technical details. It's showing the technical details, right? You can see FB50.
Mhm.
Okay. Now you just go back, and if you come to accounting, go financial accounting, then general ledger, document entry. Why it is not coming? Mm, okay, it is here. See?
Ah, yes, 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 yeah. I have understood. And here you have to check to check to put through the checkbox. Okay.
Yeah. Now tell me, out of these four, which option I have to select?
Display technical names, in my
Correct.
opinion.
Correct. In this session, I want to be interactive so that you know
Mhm.
you get to understand the things that we are doing. Okay.
I can after I have please the recording so I can see I can resume the lesson.
Yeah, you will get the recording. You can talk to the coordinator. He will help you with the recordings. Now
Okay.
here you can see you are getting this T codes, right?
Okay.
These transaction codes are coming up here. So how did we do that? You just go to extras, then you go to settings. Then here you have this display technical names. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you this is now, or if you remove this, these will not appear. Again, if you click on this, it will appear.
Mhm.
Now next trick which I was trying to show you was this one. Example, you don't know the path, you forgot the path. You forgot the path to come to invoice FB60. Okay. How you will do? You just go to this search underscore and SAP underscore menu,
Mhm.
and once you go there, you enter the T code, the transaction code. It will give you the path. How? See, it says accounting, financial accounting, accounts payable, document entry, and invoice. Okay, let's see. I have to go to this invoice FB60.
So for this transaction there are two paths. So one transaction code, two paths.
Yeah, you can come either that way, you can come either this way, you can come either this way. See, accounting,
Mhm.
then you have financial accounting.
Okay, so FB60 is for account receivable and account payable flow. It's active and
No,
passive.
for anything, for any transaction that you don't know the path, you just try this way, search underscore recipe underscore menu,
Oh, yes,
enter
yes,
the transaction code,
yes.
it will give you the path. Now you come to financial accounting,
Mhm.
okay, and then the accounts payable.
Mhm.
Okay. Now what is this? Document entry, okay, document entry. See, it is here. Invoice, it is there. Invoice.
Okay. And this is a transaction for ERP finance, is correct, no? ERP finance, okay.
Yeah. No, for any transaction code, you can come up with this
Mhm.
way, or either you can come up through this path. This is basically for the end user activity. This screen is basically for the consultant. This is for the TR, right?
This is for
So
yet.
transport request, TR.
Ah, yes, transport request. Okay. Sorry for my English. Okay, now I have understood. Okay.
Just give me one moment. Just give me a moment. So far, if you have any doubt, just let me know.
Okay. No,
Whatever I have
no, I don't have doubt. It's all very, very, very clear. And yes,
discussed so far is clear with you, okay?
yes.
Okay, great. Now, what are we going to discuss is we'll discuss few methodologies and the system data that are being used. Okay. Now, here where it is. Okay. So, first of all, we'll understand the projects. You know what are the different types of projects that are there in SAP?
Data migration, digital transformation, rollout, or from scratch, and stop.
Okay. So how many according to you projects types of projects are there? How many
So,
types of projects are there?
how many times a project I have followed?
No. How many types of projects?
Three.
Okay. What are those?
Data migration, digital transformation, and rollout.
Data migration, rollout.
Or implementation big from scratch. I don't know. New.
No,
Is
you said three, right? Three. One is data migration, one is rollout, and what is the other one?
implementation. Digital transformation. I don't know how to say implementation.
Digital transformation. Okay. And how many types of data are there?
Data migration. How many types?
No. How many types of data? Data.
How
Okay.
many?
No problem. No problem. Let me just brief you. Okay. Projects we have four types, but you can say five types. Okay. One is implementation. Okay. One is implementation, support, rollout, migration, and enhancement, testing. How many are there? One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, six. Okay. What is implementation project?
To okay, green field or blue field or brown field.
What is
Yes,
green field? What is blue field? What is brown field?
green field is if you implement a new system without conversion. You have to create all new. Instead, the brown field, if you can to save something of the legacy system in order to convert, for example, from a CC to S4HANA. And the blue field is an hybrid, is a mix of the two approaches.
Okay, and support?
Support is, I think, after the go live to do the hypercare, for example, for to support the change management if there is a new system and they need support with the learning.
And rollout?
Rollout if it's a global company and you have, for example, the fourth pillar project in a country and you want to use a global template in order to replicate the standard logic that have been done in the first project, and you do the rollout for customization specific for the locals.
Okay. Migration?
Migration is when you have to migrate the data, and usually you do a migration strategy and you do it in parallel with the implementation.
Okay. So migration and this enhancement, you can say we can keep it in the same bracket, no issue. Migration can be like from ECC to S4 HANA, okay, or
Yes.
migration from S4 HANA to S4 HANA, okay.
Mhm.
So that is what you call migration. So we are migrating the system from a lower version to a higher version. That is migration. What we have testing projects, there are we have system, we are streamlined. Now there are many transactions which are there, reports, transactions. So all these needs to be tested. So that comes under testing project. Rollout,
Mhm.
it can be global from one country to another country, or within the country we are doing different business setups that can be rollout. Support, when the implementation is done, post that whatever activities we are performing, that is called support. Implementation can be a new implementation or a existing change in the system. So that is an implementation project. So these are basically different types of projects. So I don't know in which project you are working on. Are you working on implementation, support, rollout, migration, testing? Which project you are doing? Which project are you working on, Rafael?
Now I am working in let me think because implementation greenfield inside a rollout because the Brim is specific for one country. So I am working in energy and utilities project, and it is a rollout, so we are following the global template. But for some countries, some countries wants Brim, and Brim is not in the map of the headquarter, and it's only for the subsidiaries. And so for two subsidiaries, Greece and France. And so for this reason, it is a greenfield, but only for Brim. And it is a rollout for the other modules of SAP.
Okay, no problem. So these are basically the different types of projects which are there in SAP. Now we come up to the data. There are mainly three types of data are there. One is configurational data, one is migration data, and one is transactional data. Okay, one is configurational data, one is master data,
Mhm.
and one is transactional data. Okay, what is configurational data? Whatever configurations or customizations that we are doing here in the SPRO screen, this is the configurational data. Okay, whatever activities that we do here in the SCP Easy Access screen, that can be a transactional data. Okay, apart from that, there are few master data that we create. Okay, as in like business partner, customer, vendor, profit center, cost center. Okay, these are basically the master data. So we will, when we will be performing these transactions, we'll show you what all are the different types of configuration data that we are doing, what are master data that we are creating, what are transaction data that we are performing. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
So, for example, a payments, an invoice is a transactional data, a customer is a master data,
correct,
or a configurational data. A company code is a configurational data.
correct, correct. Again,
It's not a
company.
master. It's not a master data. It's a configurational data.
Okay, very well said. The company, or let's suppose company code. So whatever we are creating, that is the configurational data. Master data, as in like customer, vendor. Okay, master data. Transaction data, FB60, FB50. Okay, or any other transaction, bank payment run. Okay, any,
Mhm.
this can be the transaction data. Okay, so these are mainly different types of uh, what you called the landscape. Okay, so nowadays businesses are using different type of methodologies, right? So you know what is methodology, what is ASAP methodology, or what is an activate methodology?
Yeah, yes, because I know the Activate methodology because I am certified SAP Activate Project Manager. Because so I know the all the life cycle of the Activate methodology project,
Mhm.
the explore, the build, etc. I don't know the ASAP.
Okay, what all are the steps that we do in at activate methodology?
I
How many
think
steps, how many stages are there?
I think explore. So one, build. Two, explore design, build, test, and release. I don't
Mhm.
know.
No, see, this is the one which we have. Uh,
Ah, discover. Okay.
this is the one. Okay, we have discover, prepare, explore, realize, and deploy. This is the activate methodology. What is ASAP methodology?
I don't know.
This is the this is the ASAP methodology. Okay.
Ah, okay. This very waterfall, very rigid.
Okay.
It
So
is
this is,
correct, no?
oh, sorry.
That the ASAP methodology is the old one that is very strict, very rigid, and
Yeah.
instead the Activate is more flexible, no? More agile, for
Yeah.
example.
Mm.
Iteration in, for example, sprint.
So this is basically the different types of methodologies, like ASAP methodology or activate methodology. But in there are other types of methodologies which has come up into SAP as like jail, or there are other methodologies which are there. But these are the common methodology that are being used. Like most commonly used methodology is activate methodologies. Okay, so
Mhm.
before that we used to have ASAP methodology, in which like these are the phases that used to be followed: project preparation, business blueprint, realization, final preparation, and go live and support. Activate methodology, we have discover, prepare, explore, realize, deploy, and then we have run. I think run at the end. Okay, it is there, run. Okay, so we have these 6 phases here, and here. Okay, these are basically different phases. So different phases has its own meaning and responsibilities. Like and discover what all activities that you need to perform. You need to understand the business processes, then you prepare, and accordingly you explore the the feasibility, and then you do the configuration, then you deploy, and then you do the go live and support. So this is how the methodology works. Okay, so with that we have got a a brief understanding about what is SAP. Okay, it's an ERP software. There are different types of landscape, an overview about the ECC and S/4HANA, TR, okay, clients, functional and technical aspects, projects, data structure, methodologies, and all. In our next session, what are we going to do?